Hello, you guys. Welcome to my page. We're making coffee before we craft. We're doing the lock and key. It's going to be really interesting. I'm looking for coffee creamer so that we can make our coffee. Y'all, I need some coffee. It's been a long day. I didn't get home until like 8:30. I think like 8:30. Actually, it was after 8:30. It was afterwards. All right, what do I need? Ooh, I'm going to use this one. It says dream big. My coffee mugs. I can't reach those up there, and everyone is busy. Hello, everyone. So we're going to use this one. Let's see. Let's do this. Brew our coffee. Hello, everyone. We're going to be doing the lock and key. It's going to be a pretty fantastic. I'm going to set you on the counter. Hey, Debbie. I packed up your thing today, and I sent you an email. Hello, Julie. I hope you're feeling okay. Hello, everyone. It's coffee time. I think I just spilled that everywhere. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, you guys. I just finished your Starbucks. I'm making coffee. Oh, I need it. I need it. I was watching Grey's Anatomy with my husband, and he went to play a football game. And I'm going to craft. You know, coffee is really good when it's like the perfect color. Let me show you. The perfect color is this. This is like the perfect color. Oh gosh, it's so fantastic. Hey everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Y'all, we worked. My sister and I were tag teaming. We were cutting all the things, pulling them off the machines, bagging them up, pulling orders. Oh, gosh. What a day. Let me move all this stuff. Normally I'm better prepared, but not now. Not now. It would be too easy, wouldn't it? Hello, hello, hello. Thank you for the stars, Lynn. You're so sweet. Hello, everybody. All right, let me get you on the tripod. I had to find the cinnamon. That was eventful. This is the crafting cinnamon. Not the using it for putting it in stuff cinnamon. So it was in the cabinet, and I'm like, I cannot find the cinnamon. I cannot find it. So we're doing the lock and key. This thing is so precious. So precious. And I'm going to try doing it a different way. I don't know if it's going to work out. I'm going to try it and see what happens. It's going to be super messy, and that's okay. I'm here. Hello. Karen, this shirt came from Destin. It's like a tie-dyed. It's really cute. And it was cold today, so of course I've got my sweater on. Do my sons still work for me? Yes. Dylan has worked with me for 3 years. I think like 3 years, maybe 4. He's actually been with me since before that. He was in high school, but he went through college and then, COVID. And so he runs all of our machines. And then Zach does he labels all the packages, does all the shipping, and they kind of tag team with each other. You ordered the mushrooms. I saw that. So excited. We're going to be doing that one. Maybe I'll do that one Sunday, or maybe I'll do it on Tuesday. I don't really know for sure. Hello, everyone. Welcome. So this one's going to be super duper cute. I'm going to show you all the pieces that you're going to get. OMG. It's absolutely stinking adorable. Oh my gosh. It kind of looks like a guitar shape, But you know, like the chunky old padlocks, this is kind of like reminiscent of that. And I don't know, this is just really cute. So this is what we're gonna do tonight. Italian cream, 100% Italian cream. Let me get a sip of coffee. You know, nothing can top like the first sip of your coffee, because beyond that, the expectation is just lost. Anyone else feel that way? I feel that way. All right, so I had to get a new pack of baby wipes. Y'all, I had to go get my stuff stocked up. All right, so wax paper. We're gonna need that. And y'all, like I said, this is gonna be messy. And I'm gonna try some different things. This is a complete trial and error. I've never done this paint finish before, but it's in my mind. And I just think it's gonna be really cool. It's bigger than you thought. Y'all, sometimes the photos do not do it justice. Always read the measurements. Each one of our listings has a description. And if you're not familiar where that is, scroll past the photos and you'll read all the description of each of our kits. If you don't see a measurement in there, it could be because there's like a ruler in the photo that kind of shows the measurements. And if you can't quite make out what the measurements are, you can always reach out and we can get you the measurements for this. But yeah, this is it's kind of chunky. It's probably, I don't know, maybe, I don't know. Like this is a stir stick. So maybe 10 and a half inches, maybe almost 11. It's pretty, this is just a stir stick. It's not a ruler. I can't find my ruler that I brought home. I don't know where it's at. All right. Hello. April was going to craft with me this one. She wanted to, but y'all, so far this week, I believe she's worked 50.5 hours. I'm not kidding. Y'all, it's been crazy. And we're probably going to have to work the weekend too. Why is the do not disturb on? Okay, hang on a second. Why is the do not disturb on? That's weird. Sounds, notifications. I don't know how to turn that off, but I'll figure it out. All right, let's go back. Let's see. Let me find myself. And there we go. Sometimes they look bigger and sometimes they look smaller. It's always the dimensions. Yeah, I had a lady leave I don't know if it's you and you're watching, but someone had left a review on something and they said they left a negative review because of the sizing. And I never will understand why people leave a negative review, because they could have easily reached out and said, hey, this is smaller or larger than I thought. What can we do to fix this? Instead, no, they just leave a negative review. So read the descriptions, friends. Read the descriptions of all the things. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, Natalie. I've got my coffee. I got my coffee. Good to the last drop. It's not Folgers, but it is good to the last drop. All right, let me show you what I got. I got a bunch of stuff that I don't know if it's going to work or not. We shall see. People don't like to read anymore. Michelle and I were just talking about that not very long ago. And I've got antique wax, I've got glue, and I also have baking soda. Y'all, we're going to do all the things. It's going to get the work up. Oh, and cinnamon. Cinnamon. Wondering what the website is for the daily deal. The daily deals ended in December. So we're not doing the daily deals again until the next, like we'll do it like quarterly probably. So daily deals was through the month of December, and those have ended. The only deal we have happening right now is if you have your reorder code, and our Christmas, we have a clearance collection of things that are like on clearance, because we don't keep inventory for all seasons in our inventory room, because our room's just not big enough for that. So we close out and clearance out our remaining inventory from like seasons as we move forward. So like Christmas is on clearance, and then our winter will be on clearance at the end of this month. And then it'll just kind of phase through, and then we bring back certain kits from past seasons, things that really were like favorites of people. And then we also release new stuff. So I don't like coffee, but yours always looks yummy. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right. So I've got this lock. Okay. It has all the pieces, the little embellishments. This is super cute. I'm planning on putting it in on my like shelving on the built-ins. The little pieces here, like the little connectors, you know, the metal little connectors, they're on this here, and you have to kind of just push them out. Just be gentle. They shouldn't break or anything. There's a key that looks like this, and it will hang. I have some twine. And then I decided, okay, this could lean, but I like to add these little easel backs in case you want to use them. They're pretty fantastic. So it's kind of like a picture frame, and these easel backs go on the back, so it'll stand up on its own. So that is also included in this one. All right, so showed you this, and this one has the frame like this. It almost kind of looks like a gourd as well. Like the shape of it is really like, it's like a belly. It's like a belly lock. I don't even know what it's called, but it has a opening, and then you have the back. So this is the back. This goes on, then your frame, and then your embellishments on top of that. So it creates a really cool layer. All right, let me show you my colors. So of course I've got Mod Podge. I have baking soda because I really want to age this and make it look really cool. Cinnamon, just regular cinnamon, nothing special. There's nothing special to it. I have burnt umber. I have Waverly's Antique Wax. And then I have these colors, okay? I'm not really sure how I feel about this, but we're gonna figure this out, okay? So I was thinking of the patina, or like when something's like tarnishes or gets that corrosion. I'm trying to imagine what that looks like, and then create my own interpretation of how do I get to the end result of that. So it's probably going to be a lot of trial and error, which I've never done this. So I'm just going to figure it out as I go. And I am going to do it in front of all y'all. So if we learn all the things, fantastic. And it's something new that we can do. If not, we might just have to rethink that. I don't know. So I have this metallic called Rich Espresso. Kind of looks like maybe a little bit of a copper. I don't know, brass / copper. It's a mix of something. I also have this metallic peacock pearl. I don't know if I'll use this or if I'll use this one. I'm thinking I might use this, and this one is Aqua Sky. And then I have the colors Traditional Burnt Umber, which if you look at the color, it has more like red tones. Let me see if I can mix this up a little bit. It's very, very different. Or sorry, Burnt Sienna. It's very different. So Traditional Burnt Sienna. This is Burnt Umber from Apple Barrel. And then I have Cinnamon Stick. So these were kind of the colors that I used on the flower pot base that goes with our slots. The one in the photo with the mushrooms, so stinking cute. And we use baking soda on that one too. So I'm trying to think of like all the different ways that I can age this and just give it a fun look, okay? So my first thought in this is put it all together and do it assembled. Because when this gets put together, now just hear me out on this one. I'm thinking when this gets put together and I start painting it, it's gonna seep and collect. It's going to pool in areas. It's going to have, like, I can scrape stuff. I can push stuff into areas. Like, I feel like I'm gonna get a better outcome than if I do these individually and then glue them on. I really wanna create a fun look, okay? So I'm gonna assemble this, and I hope that I don't regret it, but I'm going to assemble it. No sound, no sound for me. Someone type in the comments that sometimes you have to go out and come back, but sometimes you have to adjust your volume. I don't know why my phone has been doing that, and I have an Apple phone. That could be the issue. Love it. I love it. And of course I have, like I said, the baking soda, and we're going to make a mess, okay? We just are. We're gonna make a giant mess. Okay. I have my glue, and it's not clogged up. Let's put it all together. I'm gonna point this down a little bit more. I don't feel like you guys need to see, like, I feel like the view is better. Y'all can just see my eyebrows up here. Oh, I'm drinking from the same mug. Yes, girl, dream big. Dream big. You got that glue and you love it. Isn't it fantastic? All right, so I'm gonna glue this on. And I added a generous amount around the whole thing. And I'm just gonna glue this on and just line it up. Just line it up. And I'm not gonna wipe all the things off. You got on the mount something? Oh, you did? You got the box? You're getting a box? That's awesome. Yeah, so our February box is open. In case you guys wanted to get a February box. The January box is already sold out and shipped, so you cannot get a January box. And when you see January, you're gonna be like, dang, I missed out on that one, because it's pretty fantastic. But the February box is really cute too. I think you'll like it. All right. So I'm assembling this, and then we're going to paint it. So typically we don't do that. Hello, Cheryl Miller. You got 5? Oh gosh, that's awesome. We have some people that do like group craft night with our box, and they have a girls' night. So once a month they meet up. Sometimes they do it with us, like they'll watch and craft live, but most of the time they meet up, do a little pitch in, and they craft together. I think it's so fun. I love that people do that. All right, I'm gonna glue this on. And I wanna make sure that there's no raised areas, so I'm really gonna make sure that I get the glue on all the pieces. Normally I just get it attached, but for this, I wanna make sure that every aspect of it is going to be glued down. And if you get it shifted or anything, just work quickly. Just work quickly. You ordered this, you're so excited. A lot of people have ordered this one. And a lot of people have requested that we craft this one. So I'm going to talk about the different things that you can do to be inspired by this one. And then you can decide what you want to do, but I'm going to show you how I'm going to do it. You finally did your snowman soup. I love it. I love it. All right, that one is going there. And you saw I just pushed them out gently. This one's gonna go there. And then our last but not least, super cute piece. We'll do our lock, our key separate. This is gonna be so cute. I really hope that my idea works. I'm kind of nervous. But you only learn by doing. Well, sometimes, you know, you only learn by doing. There's multiple ways that you can learn, but you think it's gonna be your favorite, Cindy? I hope so. All right, this is what it looks like with all the pieces glued on. Now, this has some rigid imperfections. I wanted it to feel not perfect. Like your little pieces that like hold your, like the lock together. They aren't cut perfect. I did some imperfections. There's some scaling that's kind of off. I wanted it to feel not so perfected. And then, of course, you have your key. And the key is not meant to be an exact, it's just a decoration. It's not supposed to be realistic at all. And we're gonna hang this on with some twine. All right, so now for the fun part, right? The trial and error. Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome, happy Friday. I see your comments, Tammy. I don't always see everyone's comments. I will say I do go back and read the comments, and I try to respond to as many as I possibly can. I don't always get to because, y'all, there's just a lot. There's a lot. But if you ask a question, maybe some of my crafty friends might be able to help answer those. Hello, Vicky. What's up, Barb? How's it going, everyone? They can try to answer some of your questions too. So, all right. Double check my glue. Well, first of all, we have this happening. We have this happening. You know it. Oh my, oh my, oh my. Are you going to sell the crosswood you made? Nancy, that will be coming in an upcoming release. We do product launches, and that's going to be coming around Easter time. But yes. Y'all, there's so much nonsense happening on the inside of this container. Just like that. Ain't no shame. Pretty sure there might be a coating. Nope. Thought there might be a coating on the inside on the top. I've been neglecting my Mod Podge. I have. Oh gosh. Can tell it's been a while since you used that glue. Honestly, Diana, what we can tell is that I've left it open entirely too many times, and then I just put the lid on. And then I'm like, we'll figure it out later. We'll deal with it later. All right, let's get all this. Hey, listen, it's already adding to the madness, right? Okay, so I've got my glue. And I'm going to start, I'm just going to start, okay? I don't have any rhyme or reason. I honestly, like I said, I'm being very transparent that I have absolutely no clue what the heck I'm doing. I just have an end result that I would like to achieve, okay? So I am completely winging it, and hopefully that just goes to show you that you don't have to know what you're doing to have a good time and experiment, okay? At the end of the day, I know no matter what happens, this is gonna end up being cute, because I always have a vision for something, and then I can work with it. Like I can be okay with an outcome. All right, so for me, I'm going to start with some colors on my plate, okay? And we're just gonna go from there. I might use sponges, I might use paintbrushes. It's just gonna be a mixed match of things. Okay, this is the cinnamon. Oh gosh, y'all, I've got really bad arthritis in this hand. I don't even know why, because I feel like I'm too young for that. You never know. Oh, I did a sign. I posted a picture of a sign. Oh, that's got goopies. That says Simply Blessed, and it's got like 3 crosses. If you're not familiar with that one, it's the same body of the fancy home sign that's in our shop. It's got like the decorative background, and it says like, it's got the little placard thing. It's got a stand. It's the same body shape of that one, except I took a lot of the pieces off and I put the Simply Blessed and the crosses, and then I drew the lines. Well, I didn't draw them. I connected little lines to make like the sun beaming in the background. It's just going to be really cool. But yeah, that one is going to be coming. All right, this is that Aqua Sky. Oh, I just dropped paint in there. And then we have this. Let me really mix this. The paint bottles I hit on it, probably. Van Blips. Every time I do that now, I think of her. Let me mix it one more time. I need a shirt that says them blips. If you don't know what that means and you weren't here that night, Avery was shaking the paint and the noise that it makes in there. She said it sounds like blips. She calls it them blips. All right, so we got the metallic, not metallic. This is that rich espresso. You shook paint today and thought of Avery. That would literally just make her day. So last night she got to paint when she was here, and she painted a new kit that is for spring that hasn't released yet, and she was very excited about that. Was that all of them? Okay, so these two, this one, I did the burnt umber. I think that that's good. All right, let's just start. Oh. Okay, this is burnt umber. This one is the cinnamon stick, and this one is the traditional burnt sienna. These two are the ones we used when we did the flower pot. The flower pot. All right, I'm going for a grimy color. Now the baking soda is going to add some white aging, like limestone maybe. I don't know. So we're just gonna start, and then I will figure out the inside once we kind of get done. So I think what I wanna do is add, what do I want my base of my key to be? Or my lock? I want it to be patinaed and aged. I'm gonna go with the metallic, and I'm just gonna start painting it on. So you could do the silver, you could do it like I'm gonna do mine. You could do it a different color completely. You could do it a color. It doesn't have to be a silver lock. It can be whatever you want it to be. You could spray paint it if you want. I thought about adding spackle, but then I was like, no, I don't think I will. I don't think I will. So you can kind of see what's happening with, and I'm stippling it, so it's gonna leave that texture, not a lot of it, but it'll leave a texture behind. And this is the rich espresso. It's a metallic. Let's do all the things. It's gonna be great. It is very pretty. So if you don't like all the extra stuff, you'll kind of be able to see the layers and what they look like as we do this. And I'm just bouncing it and pushing it in. You've been MIA. The chip brushes always fall apart of my projects. Back in the hospital, was rushed in early in week. They thought I had a stroke. Oh my gosh. In the ICU now on a different unit. Goodness gracious, girl. What have you been doing to yourself? Goodness gracious. Well, that ain't no fun, but I'm glad you get to hang out with us. I'm really sorry to hear that you're in the hospital, though. So basically, this is gonna build the base of the color that we're gonna build off of. And if in the end, we don't see any of this, that's okay. But I want, if we do see some of it, to be the base layer. And it's gonna be great. And yes, my bristles are already falling out. The highlight of your night? Well, I'm glad you're here with us. I'm sad that you're in the hospital. I'm sorry to hear that. It's no fun for anyone. All right, now I'm just gonna pick it up and look before we get going too far. And double check my little edges here. And then I'm also gonna do the outer area too. I'm just double checking myself. And I really glued it in, y'all. Something is rattling over there on the stove. I mean, look at that, y'all. Even this is so amazing. This rich espresso is just a beautiful color. Beautiful color. Do the top. I'm going all the way around. Even the bottom. They are decoart metallics, absolutely. I love their paint. Love their paint. Okay, we'll focus on the handle later. not the handle, but the opening, the lock part where it's supposed to unlock. Okay, so I think I'm pretty happy with that. And I think what I want to do, because I'm so extra, is I'm going to sprinkle baking soda now. Why not? I just want to see what happens. Let's just see what happens. Maybe nothing. I don't know. But my paint's still kind of white. My paint is still kind of wet in spots. All right. Okay, so I've got my plate here, and I'm gonna keep this brush on standby just in case I need it. All right, I'm gonna get my, let's get this one's, okay, so I have random brushes that have like collected paint. Like it's really not a good brush. You can see the powder kind of, it's seen better days. And I'm just gonna bounce this in to wherever that wet paint is. Again, don't know what's gonna happen, but I'm just using my imagination. Little creative ideas there. And I'll show you what it looks like. There goes the ice. I have no idea what's happening in the freezer right now. No clue. It's baking soda, and this is, let me take you off and show you, just so you can see, because you can't get the effect. You can't see the things. You can't see any of the stuff that I see. And I'm half tempted to change my view. Okay. So, do you see? It adds some texture. It really changes the way that it looks. And I added it wherever there was the wet paint is where I kind of pushed it into the espresso. That metallic is the rich espresso. So this is what happens when you add baking soda. The baking soda, okay, just from Kroger or whatever, you know, it's just baking soda. And then I took my brush that clearly has seen better days, like I said, and I just started doing that. Just like so. And then I kind of tapped off the excess. Okay, so if you like this, this is one way that you could do this. And it's starting to create, you know, maybe you want to stop here. Maybe you love this and you're like, girl, I'm good. I'm going to move forward with a bunch of other stuff. Okay, so some of this is going to get covered, but my goal is that wherever I started to create that texture, that's really going to help me as I go forward with adding the different bits and pieces. Okay, so again, no clue what I'm doing. Yet I'm supposed to be a professional. I am have no shame in telling all the people, let's figure it out together, okay? I'm not going to act like I know all the things. I know a lot of things, but I don't know all the things, okay? I didn't go to art school. I don't know all the terms. I don't know all the conditions. I don't know because I don't know, okay? This is how we figure it out, okay? We are DIYers. DIY, do it yourself. Figure it out yourself. It looks like it's oxidized. I mean, maybe. I don't know, but I think it looks really cool. So my goal was to show you guys some different steps on creating like patina and aging. And so here's what I did know. This is my thought process. Adding a baking soda to paint will thicken it, okay? It's like a thickening agent too. And we've added baking soda to acrylic paint to thicken it up and create like a chalky texture, a chalky paint. And so I thought, okay, well, what if I sprinkle it in layers? Not mix it in, but sprinkle it while it's wet, dab-a-roo, and see if I can create collected, like isolated areas and not the whole thing, okay? So clearly we have isolated areas, and so it worked out pretty good. I do not know how well the adhesion is going to be. I've not tried to like rub it, dust it. I don't know what's going to happen, but my goal is to layer over the top of this, okay? So there you go. That's where we are. Okay, next. So I want to add in with a different brush, because I'm going to leave this brush here too, and we might sprinkle more baking soda as we go. Let's do, and I'm using old brushes. So like this one has been used, clearly it's been used. And so I'm gonna add some of this cinnamon stick and the traditional burnt sienna. Don't know what's gonna happen, but we're going to kind of create some visuals over here. So where would I want this? Okay. I would imagine that we're creating the aging process. So maybe along the bottom, maybe through here. I'm gonna drape it kind of over the edge, and I'm gonna add some baking soda. Don't know, we'll figure that out. Let's do some along here. Really random. And let's add some baking soda. Why not? I said I wanted it rusty, crusty, and kind of gross. Let's do around the keyhole. And I'm gonna do in it because I don't know what's gonna happen, but I'll probably paint that black or something similar in there. And then I'm gonna add a little bit through here. Let's add some baking soda. And as it starts to dry, I'll start to like push that in. Okay. Let's do around this. Again, it's gonna look like a mess before it looks fantastic. Let's do around this here. And let's do along the bottom and up this side. Like in this little area. You know, things do not age in a pristine way. Okay, they age in a random way. Some areas might be more than others. And we haven't even gotten to the glue or the cinnamon yet. So I really want this to have layers of goodness. And I'm just mixing in between the two. Let's do kind of in this area and bring it up and around. And I'm gonna kind of bring it up and over. So maybe there's a little bit extra on this side over here. Definitely need some through here. And kind of around there. And then let's do the edge of this area. And then let's just do random. All right, let's get that baking soda. Yeah, I have some blue of like patina type of thing. I just haven't gotten to that step yet. Right now I'm just creating some fun. All right, let's take that brush that we had used before, and I'm going to do what we did previously. And I'm gonna push it in. Some of the paint is still wet, some of it has dried. And so again, don't know where we're going with this. Don't really have a clue. But I'm excited to see what happens. And the thing is the downside is you can't really go backwards unless you just kind of start over. All right, so I'm gonna take me a clean brush and I'm going to kind of work the bristles to where they're not so like tight. And I really want to knock back most of that white powderiness. Because at this point, most of the paint's dry now. Like I didn't put that baking soda on there. So we're adding layers. We're definitely making a mess. Okay, so it's starting to look rusty and crusty. And so is my brush. All right, so I think we've achieved some corrosion looks as we layer this up. Now, I'm not gonna put this back in my thing. I'm just gonna kind of put it over here on the counter. And if I need to, I can grab from that's been mixed in and I can kind of add it back in. All right, so let's do some glue. And I'm gonna use this brush right here. And this is where the cinnamon is going to come in. And I'm gonna put some in a bowl. So I can just kind of pinch out of it. That's a lot, but that's okay. Oh, thank you. I'm so glad. Get some rest. Get some rest. All right, I'm also gonna put some Mod Podge in a bowl because I don't really wanna put this stuff back in there. And I have chunks. That's okay. All right, so cinnamon, Mod Podge, the project we're working on, random paints. I've got my brushes over here, and it's just whatever happens, just have fun. All right, I'm gonna take my Mod Podge, and I'm just gonna go over this. And my paint colors might mix. Together. Okay. Now, do I want to cover the whole thing? I don't really know. I feel like that's what's happening. And that's okay. Now, there's a bunch of different ways that you can use the cinnamon. You just do you. Focusing mainly on where I added these spots. And I think I got cinnamon in my glue. And we're gonna need to dry this. Okay. I'm gonna do down here. You know, I think that this is just a fun thing to do. I almost put my hands in the glue. I think it's just a fun thing to try and see what happens. Plus the glue is gonna create another layer of character. I'm glad I glued this together. Okay, let's do in here. I mean, I feel like the lock inside could also be kind of rusty. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what y'all think. It looks like a hot mess right now. It looks like I've totally ruined it. Like there's no going back. But I think it's gonna be great. I keep wanting to go into that. Okay. Sprinkle some more. I'm gonna get it in the opening. Come on to this side. Just thinking about to get a pinch of glue, right? I was gonna. Not really, but I almost did. You know, if you're not comfortable doing it on something like this, you could always practice on other things. Look for stuff with like the Goodwill. You can always trial and error with some of that stuff. I like the Goodwill. Now the glue has to happen because of the cinnamon, and the way that it ages is just really cool. Stick that glue in that hole there. And there's a bunch of different ways that you can do the cinnamon. Some people mix it in their glue. Some people will paint over it. Some people will sprinkle it. It's just, there's no wrong way to do it, really. Okay. Put some right there. I feel like we need like a little extra. Definitely like through there. And around that. Okay, so this is my Mod Podge brush. I'm gonna set that aside. These are my bowls. And then I'm gonna add some sprinkles of this baking soda. It's kind of like a mixture with the paint. And I think it might be cool. All right, let me, so I'm gonna dry this. We're gonna see what happens next. All right, I'm gonna do it on high because I want it to bubble also. And I want it to dry a little bit quicker. I just don't want it to catch on fire. That I do know. Smells so good. Smells like I'm in here making cinnamon rolls. Hello, everyone. And you can see where it's starting to dry. And you can see where it's like really getting hot. I just don't want to catch it on fire. Sorry, I'm trying to focus. It's the aging process. Alice in Wonderland, little rabbit. Yes. Yes. The white spots are where the glue is really thick. Don't burn the cinnamon rolls. No. Not high. More texture. Yeah. Y'all, it's hot. It's like hot. I don't care, I love it. I almost wish we could hear it sizzle. Look at this. Do you see the side that we focused on? It's starting to come together. Okay, I need to give it a break. Ooh. I need to put it in the freezer. Y'all, it's hot. I don't know what temperature this goes up to, but it gets really hot. All right, back to it. Turn it down just a little bit. I also added the baking soda. There's a bristle. Rotate. Bubbling. Use your own better judgment, y'all. Don't catch it on fire. Looks so good. I don't know how long this thing's supposed to run. We're gonna get our money's worth. Will you be aging the key as well? Yes. I have a heat tool in my hair dryer. It's my backup. I don't even have a hair dryer. I don't even think I have a hair dryer. But I can tell you, that needs a break for a second. Okay? Because it is hot. Hot. Okay? It is HOT. But I'm not kidding. This is starting to age so nicely. Clearly we have some wet glue areas still. You can see the color, like that rich espresso underneath. And I'm gonna add little bits of that back. That's why we have those colors. But y'all, this is what's happening so far. And it's, you hear that texture? April has the good hair dryer, she does. I might have to call her in for backup. Oh gosh. Yes, and see the glue is still wet in a few areas. Let's see. I didn't really do this over there. I feel like maybe like using this brush. Gosh, y'all, it's so crusty. It is so crusty looking. Look at this. The goal is that if people come in my house, which no one does, if and when my family asks, where'd you get that? They won't, but someone could. I want them to be so impressed. I'm about to impress Dylan. Want to come be impressed?
Uh-huh. Not even impressing me. Why is there just a slice of pizza right here?
There's a slice of pizza there? Well, that's not random.
What is that?
The lock?
Oh, that's so fire.
Want to guess what this is?
It's the lock, baby.
What am I using? So far, what do you think that we've done?
I can see the ingredients.
You can see the ingredients.
I would have never guessed it.
Yeah, so it's cinnamon and I'm using baking soda and I've aged it.
Yeah, that looks fire.
Yeah, so this is the process still. It's still a work in progress.
It looks like rust.
I want it to look corroded.
It does indeed.
Oh, gosh.
I'll be taking one of these.
One of what? What is that? Cookies and cream?
Yeah, cookies and cream recipe.
All right, where there's little pockets of glue, I'm just kind of popping the collection of it because I want it to dry in there a little bit better than it is. So I'm just puncturing the areas that we dried with this little tool. You could use a needle. And then I'm just gonna add some cinnamon to those areas where it's still kind of wet. And I think it's gonna add to the character, honestly. All right, let's get our Mod Podge brush. Just get a little bit. And I'm just gonna add a little extra Mod Podge on those spots. kind of help things along. Looks so good. So a little dab will do ya. No, it's just trial and error. Could have bubbled my paint too much though. It's gonna be so good. Okay. I feel like there's a couple other spots I might have missed. Maybe. There's a spot right here. Ooh. Add your cinnamon and then like push it in to the little areas. Especially like in the curly Q area. Oh my gosh. I love it. Okay, I'm just gonna push the cinnamon in. And then I'm gonna dry it. And then we're gonna go to the next step. Because I feel like this is good. All right. Oh my gosh, you guys. Oh, I still have like wet glue. Let me see if I can pull that off. And we'll go around the edge too. Not a fan of that. But it will add some character. Still a little wet. We got little glue bits. Add. Okay, well, where there's imperfections, it's going to be character. I do know that. Okay, so let me see. There's a little bit of a reflection. Oh, it's because there's glue there. Okay, we got it. I got it. Now let me push that in there. Okay, there is collections of things happening. And I'll have to show you. Let's try it. My heat gun is still hot. You're missing it. Huh?
Oh, I didn't know if Dylan's still awake. I forgot that. I was thinking he was working.
Oh, he went upstairs. I tried to impress him.
That's gonna be
with
really
my
cool.
skills. And I was like, can you guess what I'm using? And he was like, you left the ingredients on the counter. Okay. So let's get our paint.
Oh, those are pretty colors.
Aren't they? Yeah, it's
It
just
smells delicious.
It does. It smells like I'm in here baking.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let me add the color to this up here. To the lock part. I don't want it to all be like identical. Okay, so let's do a little corrosion on the inside of the lock there. Let's dry it. Oh, we need baking soda too. I forgot about that.
The mad scientist.
The mad scientist?
Oh, I need baking soda for my art project.
I do. Don't you underestimate me. Okay. Baking soda check. Now, I don't know what's happening because I can't see the little lip there, but we can figure that out later. Hello. Hello, Craftspirational. I love the things that we get to explore and learn together. I think it's so fun. Did I get the email about? I did not get the email. I'll have to go check. I'm very behind on my emails. I will tell you that. I'm extremely behind. Like where it connects, you know, where it could connect, even though it doesn't really connect to anything. Yes, baby powder will do the same thing. Yes. That's right. A lot of things you can craft with. Dirt. I mean, I've often thought about using dirt to craft. Okay. Starting to come together, y'all. Yes, you can do this on cardboard. Do it on plastic. Now, you can't really heat up the plastic, but, you know, something might happen. All right, so let's see here. Let me take some of this blue metallic. I don't know what's gonna happen. Okay, so I'm gonna try to focus on like surface areas and just kind of dab it around. And this is the metallic. I haven't used the other because I'm really not sure if I want to do that. But we're gonna see how this goes. Now this is just a layer. Okay, it's just a layer that we're adding. Just another layer. Go with the flow. Oh, Dixie, what is up with you? Yes. Really?
Well, except when she went to sleep. I mean, she didn't cry in her sleep. And it's confirmed she is terrified of that rug.
Really?
Yes. Because it's a different rug. I think there was a different rug in there. In the hall.
No, that's the same rug.
Why is she afraid of the rug in there?
I think she's having...
You think there's something wrong with her?
I don't know.
Hey, do you need to go out with time?
Okay, so this is kind of what's happening now. Anywhere there was like that texture, I'm just using a sponge. You're carrying her over the cord.
Yeah.
I honestly think she's got the winter depression.
You go hide now, I'll take you to my bed. You do. You'll probably cry again, but come on.
Do I know if we like this? I don't know, but I'm enjoying this, okay? The light glare is really making it have some questionableness. So now I'm going to kind of tone down what we just did with that blue.
Where'd you go?
I'm just gonna add that main color back to it. And that's that rich espresso. I just don't want it to be as blue, but I want hues of it. Hey, Dixie, what you doing?
It's like,
What you doing?
I'm asking her.
Has she eaten?
I just thought she looks thin.
Are you hungry?
Want to eat some food?
Go get some food. You might have to hand feed her.
I think Vicky does that sometimes too. No? Right? Come on. She doesn't want it.
No?
What's the matter? She don't want it.
Oh, the layers are happening with such goodness. Okay. Now, let's take this same brush with a little bit of the burnt umber. Just the burnt umber. And I have this spot over here. And you can see how dark it is. And basically what I'm gonna do is just, I might need to use a smaller brush, is I'm trying to add in the dark, like the darkest of dark aging. But I don't want it to be super focused.
She ready to husky and let her drink.
I don't know what her deal is, to be honest.
Like, she takes the food out of my hand and then sets it on the floor.
Okay, so do we see what's happening? I'm gonna try to focus on the top of the opening. You know, and then around the bottom. Just kind of like so. What you doing, Dixie? Hey, I know you're afraid of the rug. Yo, she's terrified of, or not the rug, the cord. The red cord. Terrified. And I'm pushing into the sides, like as well. I'm just adding the aging. This is where you kind of have to use your own, like, judgment. I feel like it needs something across the top. All right, now I'm gonna take a brush that's like this, and with that burnt umber, I'm going to go in to, like, I think I'm gonna leave the opening the way it is. I'm gonna go in with some burnt umber and kind of focus on some of the inner edges. Kind of like so. So we're building up off of what we just did with that brown, okay? So it's layer after layer after layer after layer after layer, okay? I don't know that there's a real fast way to achieve the aging process, but the aging process takes time in real life. So I feel like in the craft world, it probably takes time as well. So there's a lip here, right here, because we assembled this first so that we could paint it and do all the things. And so I'm just adding the bits and goodness. You knew I would rock it? Well, you know, I get a lot of people who comment, who watch they're clearly not, I don't want to say they're not familiar with the style or the way that I like to do things or what I like to teach people or the type of crafting. I'll get some people who are the traditional, like, artists who, if they truly understood, like, faux finishes, I love faux finishes. I love to try to create, like, artistic interpretation of things that I envision. And so it's just a process of trial and error. But I get a lot of people that are like, this looks terrible. I'm like, it's supposed to look terrible. I mean, rust is gross. Most people are, like, using rust prevention. Like, I don't really know what the answer is, but you just can't make everyone happy. And so I just am like, that's not the look I was going for, you know? Or I will tell them, like, it's supposed to look corroded and gross and aged.
I'm gonna bring her bed to my bed.
Okay.
Maybe that'll make her feel better.
Do you think so?
I just think she maybe is lonely.
I think she is too.
Yeah.
I think this is phenomenal. The rustier, the better. That's right. The rustier, the better. You are absolutely right. I mean, this couldn't look any more, like, fantastic. Now we're just creating the layers, like the depth, the goodness, and we'll do the edge. We'll do the edge. The edge is pretty easy to do. it's kind of the shadowy areas that can get kind of questionable. Kind of like that. Let me add. Add some back. I feel like I got a little carried away right there. That's okay. All right, couple more spots. And then I feel like we're good. All right, let's do along the edge, kind of right there. Let me add metallic. Back in there. It just looks so good. I feel like it needs a little just like on a couple spots. I feel like it needs the lighter color. Add some that metallic. And then some of that cinnamon. Y'all, at this point, I'm just mixing all the crap. And then over here, okay, the light is creating a really weird reflection. Let me finish this really quick. Let's add some of this because I ran out, and we're gonna do our edge. And if you wanna do the back, you can totally, you could do like finish it, and you don't have to add the stand. You can just kind of lean it, prop it. You could hang it, you can attach it to a wreath. You could do so many things. All right, so I'm going to do the outer edge. I'm just kind of adding the metallic that we started with, and then I'm gonna add the sides with that orangey kind of color, the mix of these two together. Now I know it's late, but I did not get home until super duper late. Oh, Dixie, goodness.
This is excessively prime.
All right. Now I'm gonna take this one, no, this one. And I'm gonna just add in a little darkness. I need to add some Mod Podge. Yeah, add some Mod Podge. Especially like to the top area. because you know that's got a lot of corrosion. And then let me get that cinnamon. I'm gonna put some right there around that connector area, and then kind of over here. Okay. Let's go around. Add some more. I didn't do the baking soda. That's okay. All right, let's flip it over. So there's 3 kind of layers to the side, like to the body of it, so that you can kind of finish off the edge with an edge, you know. I'm doing kind of a little extra. All right, let's get the bottom. Let's try it. It's looking good, y'all. Thank you, Pamela. I think it's a fantastic job too. And then we just have to do the key. And you see I've held this and it's stuck pretty good. Thank you. Well, y'all just got a class on this. I'm gonna have to watch my video back just so I remember what I did. Thank you. Yo, it smells like I've been making cinnamon. Cinnamon rolls are not in the oven. All right. So let's take our brush, and it's just that dry brush, and pushing. I think it's a dry brush. Maybe it's not. Nope. It's okay. We can use this one. It's fine. This is a dry brush. And then on the edge, just a little, I'm gonna do the random little blue bits, just because I feel like it needs to match. And I did not use the non-metallic. I think it's Aqua Sky. I'll have to fix that. I got too much on there. Gonna add back that brown anyways. Okay, so that dark brown, wherever you want to add that, just knock yourself out. And that's the burnt umber that we normally use. Just gonna add a little baking soda. All right, let's dry it. Y'all, I have the biggest mess. So this is what it looked like before. This is where we are. I feel like the aging process is just a thing. All right. Let me show you what we did. Oh. There we go. So I was going for a aged rusty patina lock. I think I explained that to you guys in the very, very beginning. And I was like, don't know what I'm doing. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. And this is the outcome. Okay. And if you look at it, how I added the different, you can see the layers of what looks like corrosion. It looks like it could be from the 30s and 40s. So this is before, and it's just this MDF that we use. It's pretty fantastic material. I really love the versatility that we can create finishes with this. It's why we use this material, is because you can do so much. So my goal was to create this aging process. Now, I don't want you to feel intimidated, because clearly I just literally had no clue. We just did our own thing, and I want you to do the same thing. Looks like you found it at the bottom of the sea. I mean, that's kind of what we're going for. And I literally made this mess to do it. Like, y'all, look at my counter. I got paint knocked over. I've got my mop. There's my coffee. My pile that I pulled from. There's my cinnamon bowl. And then this is my wax paper. These are all my brushes. I used a sponge, y'all. You can do this. So I want you to be encouraged. And I want you to know that you can create this look on literally anything. It's all about the layering process. It doesn't have to be on this material. Try it on cardboard. Try it on anything. Anything you can get your hands on. Just create your base color. Then build from there. So I did the metallic, and then we started layering on the oranges. And we did the baking soda, and then we added the brown colors through the glue, the cinnamon, okay? And then we added more. I sprinkled some baking soda. I added the I popped some of the bubbles that I had bubbled it up and heated it too much. And then I pushed the glue and cinnamon into areas. I stippled more than I did anything because I feel like what happens is the baking soda creates the pockets of paint and texture along with the cinnamon and then the glue and then the dried paint mixed with, you know, like all the things. I didn't add any water and we just kept building off of it. And this is kind of what we got. And it's got that really fun texture to it. So now we need to do the key. Will I seal it? No. I don't think I ever seal anything. I personally do not like the glossy or even the shiny effect. I want a matte look. I want a matte finish. This is good. It's got so many layers of glue and all the things that I feel like it's pretty good to go. I mean, I don't really think it's gonna come off. I think it's good. All right, so our key. So for our key, let's do the metallic. Okay. Gonna do the metallic. And I might do the key just a little bit different. And I am painting it right over the top of all the cinnamon and everything else. It's getting all up in my brush, and that's really what it looks like. And I can already see that there are particles in my paint. Loving it. Loving it. The more the merrier. In fact, let's just go get some extra. And I'm gonna add in some baking soda. Let's go with, let me lay this back down. So I don't want to bend it. Oh my God. Y'all, this is so freaking great. It's so great. I love it. Loving it. Okay, let's dry it. I want to dry it so I can pick it up and show it to you guys. And I'm definitely gonna have to sweep the floor after this one. There's a mess everywhere. I'm not gonna do both sides of the key, no, because I'm gonna hang it on the front of my lock and it's not really gonna go anywhere. I don't think it's gonna flip over. So far, this is what I've got. The aging goodness. Okay, so I had done the oranges. Let's do some of that. Definitely there. These two color combinations are fantastic with creating that rust effect. For sure. Definitely gonna get up in there. All right, what did I do next? I don't remember what I did next. I added baking soda. I think I've added a lot. I want to do the key a little bit different though. So there's not a lot of surface area. Okay, we're gonna add the Mod Podge. Gonna go in with my gross brush. And definitely want to add the Mod Podge. And the cinnamon. And I'm just gonna kind of sprinkle it wherever. All right, let's dry. Blowing that cinnamon everywhere. At this point, I don't even care. My edges aren't that great, but that's okay. Let's do... Oh, they're not too bad. They actually look pretty decent. All right, now we need a little orangey back in there. Let's get that dark. No, let's get some blue. I mean, we don't need a lot. We just need a little bit. Just kind of like so. Maybe right through here, along the top, down the edge. We are professionals. You know we are. I'm gonna get the little areas where you know it's got some aging. Oh my goodness. $150. Price tag. Cha-ching. Cha-ching. Y'all are gonna be like, I can do this. You can do this. And I'm just using the burnt umber for this now. now let's take that brush with that metallic, just a little, bring that back in. Oh my gosh, it looks so good. I want it to be kind of like really aged looking, kind of rusty. Little final bits of cinnamon. I'm in love. All right, let's dry it. What happened? Anna, oh, Hoover, yes, yes. Agreed in prayer, absolutely. Happy New Year, Jody. How's it going? We doing all the things. We doing all the things. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Wait till you see the key. You are going to be impressed. Y'all, here's the thing. My goal is to impress you. So you want to craft and do all the things. Look at this key. I don't even think my camera can capture the goodness of this key. It looks like I bought this at an antique store for like $38. Straight up looks like I got this really old looking key. I'm like, it's just rusted and metally, and then I flip it over and then you're like, no, it's not. Oh gosh, we need to finish the other side, but I'm just not gonna do it. It's so antique-y. You guys, we can do anything. Oh my gosh, look at that. Look at that goodness. Do you see that? Look at that corrosion. Look at that, so good. Looks like I found it in the backyard. I wonder how many people could be fooled if we did that. Okay. Let's put it together. Let's tie it on to our lock, okay? So here's our key and our lock. I know that they are very much the same color. It's okay. It's gonna be great. It's going to be fantastic, okay? It just is. All right. Hello, hello. All right. So, the way that I did this, okay, let's see. We'll come back and do a bow. All right, so I did it like so. And then I looped it through. Oop, nope, nope, nope. Come on over this way. come on over this way. Okay. So I looped my key like this. Okay. And then I'm gonna tie it on to our piece up here. And then I'm gonna pull it around the front. And I'm gonna tie a knot. And then I'm gonna tie a bow. Now, you can tie a bigger bow if you want to. You can be super extra. You can use raffia. You can use all the things. I'm just gonna tie it like that. And mine is just gonna hang like so. Now, one thing I do wanna do is go along the edge of my key just a little so that it has a little, it stands off just a little bit. Just a smidge. So cute. Now you can glue it. You can glue it, but it's just hanging on there. Okay. You can do whatever you want to with yours. Mine's gonna get propped up and it's going to be fantastic. And I like that it's all kind of the same. You can add that blue if you wanna add that blue. Give it a little blue edge. Give it a little extra love. So it has a little more definition. You can do that as well. Like you can add little bits of character to it. You can just do so much. I'm gonna add my easel back because I want to stand mine up, and I'm gonna have to go and soak these so that I can keep using some of my, these are some of my favorite brushes. So I'm gonna soak those. I'm not gonna save this. It's a lot of waste, but you could save this if you want to. I'm just not going to because I know myself. I don't know when I'll get this wild idea that I want to do this again. So I'm just gonna put it aside. Let me close this stuff up. And then I'm gonna show you how it turned out. So this is the lock and key. So fun. I told you guys we were gonna do this. Wait till you guys see the door hanger that I'm going to do for my laundry door. If you haven't seen it, holy smokes. If you are familiar with the truck planter box, it's the same truck, but it's cuter. It's so freaking cute. It's so adorable. I have it in there in the laundry room. I'll have to show it to you guys before we get off here. All right, so let me move this stuff. I'm gonna flip this over and we're gonna add our easel back to this. Oh, there's that piece. Okay, so you just wanna get it in the middle. On the middle, okay? Definitely in the middle. get you an idea where it needs to go. And then put your glue down. And then kind of situate it to where it needs to go. Now, if you've never done these before, this is your plate that goes down. These little openings, these thicker spot goes in the opening. This goes in the hole, and that's how it pivots. Okay, so we're gonna glue in one side. You can go ahead and add glue to both sides. And then put the one in. And sometimes I like to dip it in there into the glue, wiggle it around a little bit. And it's meant to have a little bit of give, just a little bit. And I'm gonna add my piece in. Then on the other side, before I glue it, I'm gonna hook it on, and then I'm gonna stick it in that opening. And then I'm gonna wiggle it around. And then I'm gonna let the glue set. And that creates our hinge for our picture, like our leaner for the back. God, I have such a mess. Such a mess. I'm gonna need to like deep double clean. And usually it sticks pretty good. And pretty quickly. Okay, you can put a different kind of bow on. Yeah, I just wanted something simple, neutral, and this is it for me. You could be all the extra things. It was so worth it. And then our easel back. Okay, you can see it does rock, but it will stand up the right way because it's got a rounded bottom. But once you get your easel set up, and then if you don't like it lean back so far, just lean up just a little bit, and you can prop it up a little bit higher and tuck it in more of a shallow area. Super cute. It's not just for Valentine's, it's farmhouse. Yes. So this is where I was trying to think of things that had like dual purpose to last like cute for like the lock and key. And I didn't do the super Valentine's-y, but I did release it during Valentine's because I feel like it would go. You could put a little heart tag. You could put some sort of, you know, vintagey things. You could use like drop cloth and cheesecloth. You could do so much stuff with this, and then add in a little like vintage like luggage tag. It's so much fun, and how you want to layer it. Okay, let me show you real quick. Okay, let me show you. Y'all, look at this. Let me turn it this way. That way you guys can see. Look at that. Charlene, if you send me an email, we can help you. Okay. So this is so adorable. My little cow is knocked over. That's okay. So I'm going to stick it over here, kind of out of the way so you guys can see. It's not quite in the direct light, but you get an idea of like what it looks like. And my phone can take better pictures when it's not a video. I feel like I need to fix that spot right there. Yo, look at my hands. Look like I've been playing in chocolate. It's so good. But look at it with our cow. It has a Western kind of vibe too. Where do I find your email? If you go to my page, there, my email's right there. Look at how fun. How cute. So this is what we did tonight. My sister's cow's back there. So cute. Okay, let me show you the truck, okay? And then I'm gonna let you guys go. Oh my gosh. Okay, first of all, let me just hold it up and show you the size of this thing, okay? The photo does not do the size of this justice whatsoever, okay? Let me show you. Oh. This is how big it is, okay? It's large, okay? It is absolutely enormous, okay? So let me prop it up and show you. So you know the size of like the paint containers, right? This is my door, and I'm gonna put it like on my laundry door. Like that's where this is gonna go. Okay, so this is the base of it. And then there's the truck. Okay, so this is the front of the truck planter box. And these are all the parts. And it says loads of love. I said I wasn't gonna add anything else, but you know me, I changed my mind. Look at this. Let me just show you all the stuff. This is for the little headlights on the front. Okay. This is the front of your truck. This is a little grill. This goes on there. It's got the 2 hearts, the little headlights. OMG. That is going to be so cute. And then look at my rug. It's not a rug, it's a doormat. I got a little hard doormat. So it'll hang right here on this door. There's nothing on there right now. But oh my gosh. How absolutely adorable. I told y'all. I changed my mind. So, let's have one more look at our lock and key. And what we did. And you guys can watch this tutorial and apply this to literally anything. You can paint to anything. You could do this to that pot. You could do it to so many things. You could do it. Just have fun. Have fun crafting. Enjoy your time exploring fresh new ideas and trial and error. And I'm pretty sure my floor is absolutely a mess. The counter, it is blown. This stuff everywhere. I've got it all over my shirt. It's probably in my coffee now, which I'm not surprised. So be prepared for a mess. Open your workstation up. Save this video for later in case you want to do this. Maybe you'll remember, I don't know. Sprinkle it around to somebody. And I hope you guys had a good time. Thank you for hanging out. I just want to say thanks. Thanks for hanging out and visiting. The truck is going to be super cute. Little cinnamon is good in coffee. It is, but not with baking soda and paint particles and everything else. I'll be back on Sunday. We have a very busy weekend. We're going to be gone out of town on Thursday for Avery's birthday. So we are probably going to be working this weekend. I really don't want to work this weekend, but y'all, we have so many orders to get out the door. It's just, you have no idea. You have no idea. We've been working 11, 12-hour days just so that we can pull and pack and pull and pack and pull and pack in the hundreds. Okay. It's overwhelming, but I cannot let it give me anxiety. So, thank you for your patience once again. Appreciate you more than you could possibly know. Y'all enjoy your weekend. I hope you have had a great new year. I know this has been a really fun week for us. And there's new spring stuff coming. I'm really excited. And go check out all the Valentine's stuff. There's a lot of fun stuff, just even for Valentine's, like crafting, just fun. Not even if you want to decorate, but just to have a good crafting time. So thank you again. If you want to get the lock and key, there is a link in the description. You can find it there. And then if you have any coupon codes, please use them. If you're not on our email list, you can sign up for our email list on the shop, and we send out different promotions and things like that. So be on the lookout for that. And then don't forget, our clearance, Christmas clearance will end on Sunday at midnight. We're going to box up literally probably the remaining of it and do a big mystery box. And then we will go on into the next things. So thank you so much. And I will see you guys probably on Sunday. Good night, y'all.